live. We are live. You gotta watch because it's gonna take a second to get this thing rolling. Rolling. Okay, we are live. Ready to help you get a house in 2024. A lot of stuff going on in the mortgage biz. First off, and it's not all really good stuff, unfortunately. Just not. That's the way it is. Rates are not looking so pretty. It's not looking that good.
All right, guys, you know the routine. Home loan questions, processes, programs. What interest rate do you need? What FICO score what interest rates are? What FICO score do you need? What down payment do you need? All the questions that you may have about buying a house and getting a home loan. Please load up the chat. We're going to get to every single one of your questions. It does take us a minute to get to some of them, so please hang in there while we're in this process. And then lastly, we need a lot of likes, guys. I don't know what's going to happen with TikTok. And that being said, I want you guys to know that you can find us at these other platforms if necessary, because I don't know if you guys are paying attention to the news, but Congress is not happy with TikTok.
They're not happy with them. They're not happy. And I don't know how I feel about that. It's so strange.
I'm very upset about it.
It's so strange because it seems like they want to silence anything that the government doesn't have full control over.
What does that sound like?
Sounds like, I don't know, communism?
A little bit?
Yeah, it sounds a little like communism. This is Jerome Powell. He's the reason that we can't buy a house right now. Well, economy's the reason, but he's kind of he's the captain of the plane in the middle of the storm. Yeah, I guess that's the best analogy I can come up with. So, a lot of things going on here. A lot of things. Interest rates right now, 15-year fixed. 6%. How many percent? 6%. Christian says, good morning, guys. What's up, Christian? Great to see you.
Good afternoon, East Coast.
Hey, wherever you guys are at, let us know. Tell us where you're at. And tell us what you're looking for. What's your question?
Oh, Mike,
how can we help you?
Mike's already coming in hot, man. Girlfriend has a 750 credit score, and I have an 820.
Damn,
Fantastic
that's a
job,
flex.
both of you.
Mike says, this is my girlfriend. This is me. Flexing.
So I buy solo, big difference in interest rate.
That's badass.
Here's what I'm going to say, Mike. I would say put both of you into it. Let's see how it looks. Let's do it with just you. Let's see how it looks, and then you can make a decision.
Yeah.
So I don't want to give you advice not based on any data that I don't have, Mike. So if that helps you, please give us a bunch of likes.
But let me give you a little bit, Mike, here. If your girl's at 750, I say probably 780. Anything above 780 doesn't make any difference. It's 780, 790, 800, 810, 820. You're at the top. 750 to 780. There's a little bit of difference, and we're only talking about pricing. Because your loan your interest rate gets better with those amounts. But if you're in the sevens, you're getting a great rate. And the difference between a 750 and a 780 on call it a $500,000 house is probably going to be, I don't know, $500 to $800 in buy down. You agree with that?
Yeah, or $30 to $60 a month in payment.
Oh,
so
less than that.
Way
less than that. Yeah, it's very insignificant. Very insignificant.
Well, I'm assuming Mike's a baller, so I don't know how much his mortgage payment is.
Yeah. So that's why I put a $500,000 house, because if Mike gets like a $1.5 million, then it's scalable. It has to scale with whatever
Mike's a baller,
it is.
Man, don't question him.
All right, cool.
I know he is.
Christian sounds like freedom to me. Yeah, freedom to shut you down and not let you say whatever you want to say.
Dakota Bradshaw. Hi, boys. Hope you're doing well.
Dakota Bradshaw, we hope you're doing well, too.
Today's question, how long does USDA normally take for final approval?
Good question. Very good question. So it's going to depend on your bank because you have underwriters. So the bank is the bank, and they employ underwriters. And then the bank has to have the ability to go direct, and then your underwriter has to be approved to be direct. So if your bank has the ability to go direct and your underwriter is approved to be direct, it's fast. But if not, then they have to broker the underwriting, basically. It's not like that simple, but they broker the underwriting, in which case it goes into a line with an underwriter that not necessarily works for the bank. They're contracted with the bank, but they don't work for the bank. So if your bank is big enough to have a USDA direct underwriter, then it should happen pretty fast, 24, 48 hours. But if they're not big enough to have a USDA direct underwriter, then they have to send it out to somebody that is contracted to do the USDA underwriting.
So what's the big deal with that? So if you have a USDA direct underwriter in-house like we do, where's the benefit?
You can call the underwriter. I mean, often I'll get a call from an underwriter. Hey, Lee, I'm working on the Lopez loan. I don't understand how you got your income. Can you please tell me? I say, hey, Mr. Underwriter, thank you for calling me. I really appreciate that. Instead of denying or sending it back or kicking it back, we can handle this with the court with a simple call. Here's what I did. I took the overtime and I used the 30-month average rule, and that's how I got to that income. Oh, it wasn't in the paperwork that's how you got it. I see now. Thank you for answering. Thank you for calling me. That's a direct connection. But if your underwriter doesn't work directly for you, you can't do that.
Hey guys, how's the feed right now? Is the video coming in good? Looks like our Wi-Fi's jacked right now.
Jacked.
So let us know if the video's coming in good or if it's pausing or whatever the case may be. ZJ Shobi, thank you for the love.
What's up, ZJ Shobi? Shobi.
User, chances of getting approved if my credit isn't great, but I make $180,000 and my wife has a 720. What's your credit?
Yeah, well, your credit is the big thing. So you can't, hey, let's not pay attention to this part over here because my wife has a good credit score. That don't work. Everybody gets gauged on their own accord. If you have whatever your credit score is, and I don't care, it could be a 540. If it's a 540, I'll find out if it works. If it doesn't, I'll give you a plan to get it up.
Yeah.
So I do need the data. One of the bad moves that people try on us all the time, and you shouldn't, not with us or any LO. Don't try and hide shit. I have somebody who sent me their paycheck stubs, and I'm like, hey, I haven't gotten the 1040. They're like, yeah, but I sent you the paycheck stub. I'm like, yeah, that's cute, but I need the 1040. And the reason they didn't send me the 1040 is because they wrote everything off, and it looked really bad on the 1040. And she actually told me, hey, I didn't want you to see this because I didn't want you to see I wrote off. I'm like, yeah, that's not going to work for getting a home loan. You're asking to borrow $500,000. You don't think the people are going to do some kind of research? So we need to know what your credit score is. We'll pull your credit score. We'll make it work.
Come on, guys, load up the chat. We got a lot of questions already, but load up the chat with questions about any question about buying a house, home loans, home programs, that type of thing. Mm-hmm. We'll get to every single one of you. Abnob Saad? Interest rates.
Abnob Saad.
Who wants to know what interest rates are?
You want to know what the interest rates are? Oh, come on, Abnob Saad.
And are you expecting interest rates to drop anytime soon?
Abnob Saad. Oh, these are so touch questions. These are tough questions. Tough questions. I'm going to answer them for you, though. Today, if you went to the New American Funding website, you would see 6.00. That's an amazing interest rate. Absolutely amazing. It is an amazing interest rate. You would also see 6.25 on an FHA 30-year fixed. What? 6.25? Does that really exist? Yeah, don't believe me? Go to the links, go to Cool Stuff, go to Today's Rates, and you will find out that that's exactly what New American Funding is putting out on the website. 6.25 on an FHA, 6.25 on a VA. But let me give you a little hint here, Abnob Saad. If you look one step deeper to the APR, the APR says 7.484. What? Well, if you understand finance and how the rules work, we can give you the rate, which is 6.25. But we also have to give you the APR. The APR is going to tell on you, and it's going to say, hey, it costs you a little bit of money to get there. A little bit of money turns into a lot of money. So you can get a 6.25% rate, but the APR is 7.4, which means there's a buy down in there. Anybody who's in the finance world or a good loan officer will go, hey, what's the APR? If it was 6.4 or something like that, I'd say, no, that's par rate. But at a 7.484, there's a buy down in there.
Yeah, he 750 score. Good job, man. Here's what's my estimated rate on the DSCR? I got it just this morning on our most recent program. Mm-hmm. You're in the tens.
Tens?
Definitely
okay.
In the tens.
Yeah, DSCRs are not great rates, man. It's 10. It's 10. So money is based on risk. Money is, whenever you borrow money from a bank, it's not based on, hey, what am I entitled to? There's no entitlement. You're going to a bank and asking them, hey, can I have some money? And there are programs that allow you, if you're going to live in that house and bring your wife 2.3 kids and the dog, well, then they're more lenient because you're not going to walk away from that house. Why? Because your wife, 2.3 kids, and the dog live with you. But if you have an investment property and something goes wrong, you can be like, you know what? I don't want that anymore. Take it, bank. And the bank knows you can do that. So the way they mitigate that risk, more down payment, better FICO scores, higher interest rates.
Hey guys, it'll take us a second to get to your questions, comments, and statements. So when you ask a question, ask it in full.
Yeah.
So if we're talking on a topic, still ask the question in full on the topic so we know what you guys are referencing. We want to help everyone. Otis Collins, how much you need for first-time home buyer?
How much you need? How much you need? I need zeros down. That's what I need. I need zero down. Zero down for a zero down program if you've got a good income. If you, how much do I need in FICO? I need a 580 FICO for an FHA. Not the best loan out there, but doable. I need a 620 for a Fannie Mae or Freddie Mac. And if you're a veteran, I don't care about your FICO score. It doesn't matter.
Sarah Garcia, what steps need to be done after filing for Chapter 7 bankruptcy?
First off, Sarah, we run into this problem a lot. I ran into it yesterday, and that is if you have a house and you put it in the Chapter 7, reaffirm it. It's a legal process where you have to reaffirm the loan, because what will happen is 2 years from now, you're going to be like, hey, I've still been paying on this. Yeah, but you didn't reaffirm it. Because you didn't reaffirm it, it's not showing up and it's not giving you credit for the payments. So that's one tip. Reaffirm your mortgage if it did not get included in the Chapter 7. Second, take out as many trade lines as you can, because you're going to get a lot of offers, but pay them on time. Because one of the quickest ways for an underwriter to deny you is to go, hey, listen, 2 years ago you said, fuck, F it to the system. I almost flipped. You said, F it to the system. System, take all my debts. And then you took another debt out and you didn't pay it responsibly. And the underwriter's going to go, this person hasn't changed. No way I will give them a loan. Denied. Happens all the time.
Yeah, and also what Lee was talking about is if you currently own a home and then you file bankruptcy, they're going to pull everything and everything's going to kind of stop. You still have your house, you still have your mortgage payment, but when the bankruptcy is done, this is where attorneys jack you. Is they'll do the bankruptcy, you write them a check, and then they're like, yeah, your bankruptcy's done, you're good to go. Your loan is no longer part of your credit. So it's not filing that you're making these payments on time. Then you want to refinance, and we're like, sorry, we can't because it doesn't show your mortgage. You're like, but I've been paying it on time.
Yeah. Honest,
this is
bro.
where the attorneys are jacking you. So make sure you make the attorney do the job from A to Z and not just do the bankruptcy.
It's the honest, bro. I've been paying it. Can't they
And
just
I believe
look the
you.
other way? Yeah.
I believe you, and I believe your attorney jacked you.
Yeah.
It's great, said Abnob Saad. I don't know what it's great, but
I think
it's
it's
great.
FICO score.
All right. Desiree, do you have a credit fix program?
You tell them.
Yeah, we do. So there's a couple different ways you can go. The first way is we can do a credit simulator, which I do this on a lot of clients. And basically all we're doing is moving the debts around or paying them down to figure out what it's going to take to get your scores to a buying point or just spike them, okay? That's an option that we can do at our level. We're more than happy to help you with that. If you need real help, if you've really jacked your credit, if you've really made late payments, lost cars, repossessions, foreclosures, all those challenges that we all run into these challenges.
That's a lot, dude.
At least once in our life.
That's a lot.
If that's the case, you need credit repair. And if that's the case for you, go to the link in the bio, click on Fix Your Credit, and start the process. So those are the two ways we can help you. Hope we answered your question. Give us a bunch of likes if you like what we're doing here, guys. We really want to keep helping you guys.
Otis Collins, how can you get a loan? I'm going to assume
Collins,
it's
are you a
how
bot?
can
You
how
sound like a
can
bot.
you get a loan? How can you get a loan, Otis? It's real simple. Loan has 3 legs, only 3 legs: credit, income, assets. If all 3 of those are great, you got a great loan. Easy. If any one of them is not great, we're going to have to really work on it. So if you have an 800 FICO score, shoot, you just pass that one with flying colors. If you make $250,000 a year, just pass that one with flying colors. And if you have $250,000 in the bank ready to put down, pass the third one in flying colors. Let's get you a loan. You'll have a house within 30 days.
Christian said, yeah, they don't want to pay taxes. Are
Yeah,
we
I
talking
know.
about the situation with TikTok being in Congress?
Yeah, maybe.
Is that what you're talking about, Christian?
No, I think she's talking about the people who report when they're talking about the 1040. They didn't want to give us the 1040.
Oh.
Yeah, you're trying to hide the 1040 from us. That's not a good idea. It's really not. I don't care. I don't even care what your story is. My job is to help you get from here to where you want to get. Now, whatever happened in your past, I just need to know where we're starting from. If we're starting from a 520 FICO, I know what to do. If we're starting from a 750 FICO, it's a different path. I know what to do. I know what to do in either scenario. I will tell you exactly what to do. You have to do it.
Thank you for loading up the questions, guys. We're going to get to every single one of you. Len Pelta. Hey, you remember that band named Len?
Nope.
They sing, Be My Sunshine.
Okay.
Where do I apply for down payment assistance?
Right here. Talk to him, and he will get you down payment assistance. If he can't, I can do it for you. The way down payment assistance works is like this. First, you have to get qualified for an FHA loan or a conventional loan. So now you're qualified for FHA. Cool. I need 3.5% down. Oh, no, I don't have 3.5, or I don't want to put it. Okay, one of the two. All right, cool. Now let's go to one of the external programs, lay this qualification over the top of the external program, and see if you qualify for CalHAFA, SHADAP, Shanoa, Sapphire, a whole bunch of other ones. So if you qualify for that, then we just put the down payment assistance program, marry it up to your FHA loan or conventional, because it does happen conventional too, and we get you the house.
All right. Christian, the only way to qualify for a house is pay your taxes. You can't scam Uncle Sam.
Christian's right.
And
Christian's
she's a rapper.
Why?
I like those rhymes.
Just why?
Like
See,
those
if I throw a beat there, can you turn that into a rap? Ready?
You can't throw a beat. Like I said, man, you sound like a broke down truck. Okay, Christian, on that note, so here's what's going to happen if you guys get a home loan, okay, or apply for one, is you're going to not give us your taxes, and you're going to say, I want to go W-2 only or 1099 only or whatever, and then on the underwriter side, they're going to request your transcripts.
Yes.
And when they request your transcripts, it's going to show that you have losses, and they're going to say, show me those taxes.
Yeah.
Now, here's the problem. You're already in escrow. You have a deposit on the line. You've wasted the agent's time. You wasted the seller's time. You wasted our time. You wasted your time. So just be honest and truthful up front so we can get you on the right path. What is this right here?
I don't know. Looks like two
MX.
boom boxes.
I like it.
Yeah.
I got a 720 credit score. What can I get in the Bay Area?
Whatever your MX is, that's
Not
only
tickets
a tiny,
to the Raiders,
yeah,
that's for sure.
That's only a tiny little bit of the equation.
Ooh, I don't even think Texas to the A's anymore. I think they're moving.
Yeah? I don't know what that. Anyway, 720 credit score. I absolutely knew. Everything's based off income. Credit is the first thing that we look at, because if you have a 460 FICO, it's simple. I know whether you're going to get a loan. You're not.
User 0603. Who shot Kennedy? Why ask that? Weird.
Yeah.
Are you a bot?
User 0603.
I think you're a bot.
Maybe. Who did shoot Kennedy?
Oh, you know who knows?
Who knows?
Trump.
You think he knows?
Oops.
Oh, don't say that,
Can't
dude. We're gonna
say
get
that
banned.
word.
We can't. We have to say
Can't
Orange
say
Man
that
or Orange Man.
word.
We'd like to say it, but we can't say it because the bots or the algorithm doesn't like it when we talk about certain things. For some reason, we can't even talk about reverse mortgages because there's a AGE requirement, and they
Stupid.
will throw a diamond in front of us and then turn us off.
Yeah.
They've done it before. VA loan rates right now. If you went to the New American Funding website, you would see 6.25%. What? Can't unheard of. Don't believe me? Go to the link at the top of our bio, go to cool stuff, and then go to today's rates, and you will see 6.25. And then right below that, you'll see APR of 6.9. You're like, whoa. Why is that different? Because you're buying it down, and that's what New American Funding's putting up.
Alondra, teach people how to get manually underwritten so they don't have to have a debt score.
You go.
Alondra.
Alondra.
Okay.
Alondra.
Okay.
Yeah, Alondra.
So, regardless if you're manual or not on traditional financing, you still need a score. There's still a minimum score for manual underwriting for traditional financing. And it's even higher than what they ask for when you're going traditional financing.
Yeah.
So regardless, you still need a credit score. That being said,
Yeah.
are there programs that we can go with that don't need a score? And the answer is yes. That's called non-traditional financing. And if you're going non-traditional financing, can you get the same terms of traditional financing? No way in hell. Bigger down payment, better FICO score. It's going to put you through a tougher course, but if you fall into that category, we can still get you a loan.
Alondra, how much do you guys make from this people that get loans? Okay, good question. So it's a sliding scale from 30 basis points, which means 30% of 1%, and all the way up to about 150 basis points. It's a sliding scale. It's weird, and every loan has a different payout. We don't really look at the payout. Sometimes we get 30, sometimes we get 100. If we were averaging it, we probably average about 85 basis points. So what that means is on a $5,000 loan or $500,000 loan, because we're a team, we'll make 5 G's, cut it in half, we'll make $2,500 a piece. Somewhere in that range.
I think Huncho and Alondra are friends.
You think so?
Taxes is voluntary.
I love Huncho. Yes. Taxes is voluntary. They is. Yes, they is. I love guys like this, man. I love the guys who say, hey, I don't want to pay taxes, and I am a sovereign citizen. I don't recognize the authority of this court. I love watching those guys. I've been on the planet for a while, and I've seen a lot of these guys, and I've seen a lot of them go to jail.
I don't recognize these bars.
I don't recognize these bars either. I don't recognize this stuff, and I'm like, wow, I love that they're committed, because they are committed. Dude, I love that stuff.
No.
The commitment is amazing.
Oh, man, it's good. It's good.
Yeah,
now, I'm not happy with the amount of taxes we have
Yeah.
to pay, but I don't like them bars.
Yeah, I don't like them bars either. Yeah, ask, who's that big, real famous guy who went,
The one who wrote the book?
Wesley Snipes? Wesley Snipes.
Oh.
No,
He
Wesley
didn't write the
Snipes.
book.
Wesley Snipes didn't believe it either.
And that's Blade.
And then he did 10 years in prison for tax evasion. And then he believes now. Yeah, he even if he may not believe, he pays. I'll give you that.
He's still Blade.
He probably doesn't
I don't care
believe,
what
but he
anyone
does
says.
pay. Yeah.
Watch Blade. It's a good
Cool.
movie.
JD.
JD Naron. I have a $1.05 million house on Martha's Vineyard. Hey, that's an affordable house on Martha's Vineyard.
That's amazing.
I make a 240 G's a year. I want to get rid of my PMI.
Okay, JD, if you bought that with a FHA loan, which is well within FHA guidelines, and you bought it within the last probably 13 years, can't get rid of it. You have to refinance it. If you bought it with a conventional loan, then the MI is able to be removed at 80% LTV based on the bank's calculation, not yours. It will be automatically removed at 78% based on the bank's calculation, not yours.
Woo, woo.
What?
We can help you though, JD. Reach out. It's time for a commercial.
If you need a badass loan, call Badass Loan Officer. You can reach your badass loan officers, Chris and Lee, at New American Funding by dialing the numbers on the screen. That lined up pretty good.
Nice, huh?
Yeah. So you better screenshot this because it's going to disappear in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Booyah. Matthew Delgado back in the house. What's up, my friend? Asking for a friend.
Asking for a friend.
670
We're all
credit
asking for a friend.
670 credit score and $40K a year, 781 car payment. What could they qualify for? $40K a year and they have an $800 car payment?
They're toast. Yeah, I'm going to give it. So here's $781 car payment.
Sentra.
Yeah, $781 car payment. Real simple loan officer math. I'm going to round it to 800. Then I'm going to double it. So there's 1,600. Then I'm going to take your 40,000 and make that 3,000. Subtract 1,600 from it. And you have $1,400 a month buying power. $1,400 a month won't get you 50 grand. I hate to say it. That's what it is.
Yeah, Matthew, they're going to need a cosigner.
Yeah.
Cosigner will help them. Absolutely.
Those car payments kill people. They kill people. They're horrible. A lot of kids, they want to have a new Mustang or a Charger, or it's awesome. Like, yeah, that's a nice.
We all do.
Yeah, that's a nice Charger, man. That's a nice Charger. Yeah, only $781 a month.
So you can park your nice Charger at your apartment.
Yeah.
Or your Sentra at your new house.
What?
You choose.
Yeah. Wow.
Or get the Sentra after you get the. Get the Charger after you get the house, guys.
You can
get
do
the
that.
house first.
You can't do that.
Evil Queen V 60. Evil Queen V, man, I like that name. 60K gross annual, 2,000 credit card debt, 640 credit score. What can I afford in California?
60K gross.
So Evil V, what's the payment on that 2K debt? We need that payment.
Yeah.
But likely this will still fit.
Yeah, 250, 240, 50, 60, 70. There's a few factors. If you're in California, the good news is the tax base is usually pretty low unless you start looking at new builds. If you start looking at new builds, forget it. You're going to be at $120.
All right, guys, we're going to get to every single one of your questions. We got a bunch of them, so hang in there. We're going to call you out and tap that screen. We need to get to 10,000 likes today. Tanisha, how much house can I afford with 70K and 720 credit score?
70K, you're probably busting 320, 330, 340, somewhere in that range, but it is going to depend on your back-end ratio, how much are your credit cards, what's your property tax base, what state are you in? Are you in California? If you're in California, it's probably pretty good. If you're in Texas or a place that has a higher property tax base, way less.
Yeah. Blanca Reynaga, 650 credit score, 110K loan amount. I don't understand that. 110K income? And you want to know how much you can get?
Yeah, there's a period at the end of it. So
Okay.
loan amount is 110K is probably going to bring you. You're probably close to $500,000. Probably close to $500,000. You don't need credit to buy a house.
No, you don't.
It's a contract.
You can pay cash.
Dude, I love these.
You can pay
guys,
cash.
man.
You can inherit it.
You know what? We should call the underwriters. We need to get hunches. We need to screenshot this and say, hey, Mr. Underwriter, bank, I just found out you don't need credit to buy a house. So I want you to approve the loan. Let's try that. Maybe it'll work.
Nah.
You
I'm
don't
not
think
going to
so?
waste my time, Huncho.
Sorry.
Sorry.
Oh, I dig these guys.
But I want you to keep
I wish they had
messaging.
commitment, and I wish they would actually put their real names out there, because I've learned that most people that do that kind of stuff, they're kind of cowards. They won't put their name out. I mean, like, hey, my name's Lee Duran. My NMLS is 944254. His is
1066958.
Put it out there. You can find me. I'm in my office right now at Riverside. Drop by, knock, say hi. Hey, I'm actually putting the guidelines out because I'm not afraid to say who I am.
Instead of putting headlines, put the data in the chat. Tell
Yeah.
us why, the law, the reason,
Yeah.
the blah, 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 blah. All the
I
data.
really will entertain it. I have entertained a lot of this. I used to follow this guy named Erwin Schiff. I love this guy. He was like, hey, I don't pay the IRS. I haven't paid him for 19 years. He's doing 20 years in jail right now.
Yeah, Tanisha to Texas.
Texas. We love Texas.
Eva Queen's back. 60K gross annual. We already did that one.
Yeah, we did that one, yeah.
All right. User 7387. What credit score do liberals need to qualify for a mortgage?
That's good. Liberal, conservative,
Great news.
anything
Great
you
news.
want to
Independent?
be. Yeah, independent.
Great
It does
news.
not matter. We are
All the same.
It's all blind. It's all blind. We don't care. Just pull your credit. That's what it is. Simple.
JJ75, thank you for the love. Alex2888. What do I need to purchase a $389,000 home?
Probably 80 G's,
Yep.
70 G's maybe.
I agree.
75 to 80. No debt.
Yeah. Adriana Marin, let's go Tigers!
Tigers. Who's Tigers?
Might be my kid's
Yeah, you were
football
talking
team.
look out.
Is that what we're talking about,
Yeah,
Adriana?
let's go Tigers. I'm rooting for them too.
Do we
then.
know each other?
I'm rooting for them too.
Do we know each other?
We moved to, got a Mustang 834. He's talking about yeah, the income. Yeah, I love, dude. Cars kill people. Cars.
Hey,
yeah.
834 payment is not bad if you're making enough money to cover it and
Yeah.
get the mortgage. I'm not saying don't have a car payment, because I think majority of America has a car payment, and the average payment is $800 a month, by the way. So across the nation. BB income 174
Do you have a car payment?
G's. No,
Do I have a car
I'm not
payment?
average, bro.
Do I have a
I'm
car
not
payment? I
average.
don't. Neither one of us have car payment because we understand finance. Yeah, liabilities kill you.
BB income $174,000 income, $900 a month in car loans, 580 credit score. Great income that could save you.
Yeah, but your 580 hurts a lot, BB. A lot. Not a little bit, like a lot. And the reason it hurts a lot is because something gave you that 580. Here's the concept, just the basic concept. Credit is, how do you treat people that have lent you money in the past? Do you pay them back on time as agreed? Or do you dispute it and pretend you don't owe them, or that you don't need a credit score to buy a house, or that you don't have to pay taxes? If you're one of those people and you did not treat somebody well that lent you money in the past, it's going to show for the next 10 years. You can't turn to the next guy and go, yeah, but that's them. Trust me, bro, I'll pay you just fine. The banks will go like, no, you won't. No, you won't. We know what you'll do. We know what you do. So that 580, although it is technically qualifying, if there's 130 day in the last 12 months, 130 day late, probably dead in the water.
Yeah, hey, guys, we're not being mean. We're being honest. And if you like the honesty, give us a bunch of likes. We need to get to 10,000. David, no house either. That's all right, man. Let's get you on the right path. You need to call these numbers and we'll freaking set you up.
We're here for you guys.
Perez, 11581. I own home. How do I get equity from it? 570 score with the VA loan.
Perez. Well, you are in a fortunate situation, maybe.
Thank you for your service.
Maybe. I thank you for your service. So if you've got a VA loan right now and how do I get equity? So when you say equity is the difference between what the fair market value is and what you owe. So you already have equity. How do you get equity? I think you're saying, how do I get cash? Cash, there's a couple of ways you can do it. One, you can get a HELOC, but with a 570 FICO, you're probably not going to get a HELOC. Probably no HELOCs. You could get a second mortgage. With a 570 FICO, you're probably not getting a second mortgage. Then there's a third option, which if you have a very low interest rate, I do not recommend it, but if you have to, you have to. And that is going to be a cash out refi. With a 570 FICO, you can do a cash out refi. You can do a cash out refi. So what that means is we take whatever you owe right now, whatever the fair market value is, and because you're cash out on a VA, drop it to 90%. That's the guideline on a VA cash out refi. So if you were just trying to refinance for a better rate, there's something called an IRRRL, which is just for a better rate, but you can't get any cash back. So that's the way you do it for a VA loan.
Yeah, guys, we're going to get to every single one of your questions. Just hang out. Rue Almighty, how long does underwriting take to send a clear to close?
Almighty.
You're at clear to close almost, man.
Rue Almighty. I love the name. Rue. Rue. Appreciate
like
you.
Kangaroo?
Yeah. So when you go to an underwriter, the underwriter says, hey, you got a conditional loan approval, CLA, conditional loan approval. Here are the conditions. So then you have to fulfill all those conditions. And the conditions, then you send it back to the underwriter, which is usually pretty fast. It's usually within a day. So here's the processor had to do these things, the LO had to do these things, and the borrower had to do these things. So we did them all. We send them back to the underwriter. The underwriter goes, yup. Full loan approval. Then what do we get?
Clear to close.
Clear to close.
That's nice. Rue Almighty, congrats on your new home.
Yeah,
purchase.
congrats, man. Congrats.
How long? When do you close, by the way? Because if you don't close within a couple weeks, shoot us your LE. Let's see if we can beat your rate.
Yep.
Whoville hater, buying another house? Do I need 20% down?
Depends. Whoville hater.
Whoville hater.
No. You like Whoville, right? This guy hates it.
I don't know who
Whoville, dude. Who from the Who's? Whoville. This guy hates Whoville. Dude, he hates those
I'm
cans.
27 years old.
He hates those cans. Yeah, but you know the jerk.
The jerk.
Whoville. So, do I need to put 20% down? If you are trying to buy an investment property, probably yes. But if you are trying to buy another primary residence, you're moving out of your primary residence and moving into another primary residence and renting that one out, then you might be able to get it with 3.5. Maybe. If you're buying a second home, in other words, hey, I got a home here, but I travel to Aspen all the time, enough so much that I want to have a home. Then you can probably get away with 10% down. 10% down. So those are the three major categories: primary residence, second home, investment property, depending on what you're going to do with that property.
You know, I've never been to Aspen.
Never? No. Beautiful. It's amazing.
Blessed
Expensive.
doll. $140,000 gross. 710 credit. 850 car payment. No credit card debt. What range should I look in Florida? Florida, one of my favorite states in the union right now.
550 to start. Probably can go all the way up to 6.
Oh, 140?
550 to start, all the way up to 6.
Yeah.
Then we're going to have to talk about property tax base and what part of Florida, because insurance is getting very expensive in Florida, in California, and in Texas. All those three states, insurance business is getting rocked on its hand. So insurance is a weird factor now.
Yeah, they're so greedy.
Yeah.
Evil Queen V. Monthly credit card payment is around $250. See, that's irrelevant.
Yeah.
So his number still stands. That's a little tiny payment. You're good. When we give these numbers, I think we factored in $800 a month in payments.
Yeah, something like that.
Good girl loves God. 765 credit score. Live in Illinois.
Good girls love God. Good girls
I agree.
Love God. Yeah. I like the name. I do like that name.
We do loans in Illinois.
Yes, in Illinois. Let's do it.
Where do we do loans?
Every single state out there. Hold on, let me do more intensity. Every single state out there. I do good?
Yeah, but do it handsome.
Okay.
Intense, handsome.
How about Wapple? Wapple. Hey, we do every single state out there.
Not very intense.
All right, whatever.
All right. User 1721 PA 170,000 a year, 200 monthly payment, 76. Dude, we got all the great buyers today. Great credits,
great credit, great income,
great states. I love PA.
You love PA. Love PA.
What can this guy get or girl?
170? 170?
127.
127. 127. You're probably cracking
mansion in PA.
550. Yeah, probably cracking 550.
Mansion.
Yeah, 550, somewhere in that range. Yeah.
I was down in Greencastle a few months ago, and
Greencastle?
Greencastle,
Is that an
PA.
actual place?
Greencastle, PA, man.
That's an actual place?
It's like yeah. So
Okay.
anyway, a beautiful home, beautiful big homes, Victorian style looking homes, like 200 grand.
What?
Yeah, awesome.
You should have picked one up.
Awesome.
You should
Maybe
just
a couple
pick one
of
up,
put in
yeah.
our pockets.
Okay,
Blanca, Jiraiya, thank you for the love.
Appreciate
BB,
you.
174,000. I'm telling you, man, we got the good ones today. 580 credit score, 900 car loans, a month, no credit debt.
I
How
told you
much?
that 580. I think that's the same one. We went back to
okay.
it. It's that 580 FICO score. That 580 is going to hurt. It's going to hurt. But if you got that kind of income, let's get that fixed fast. Because there's a strange thing about our system. If you got money, you can solve a lot of your problems. If you got money, you can solve a lot of your problems in this system.
Vinny Garcia, what's up, fella? Shout out to the master.
Appreciate you, Vinny Garcia.
Much love.
My cousin, Vinny. That's how I always think of
Is he your cousin? I
No,
didn't know
he's
you
not.
guys are cousins.
Vinny Garcia, 833, man.
you
You know why?
cousins?
Because 832 was taken. 831 was taken. He's like, hey, I want Vinny Garcia. 01, nope. 02, nope. 03. 833, got it.
Boom. I think it's great. Karina, what do you think? When do you think rates will go
No,
to?
what do you think
What
the
do
rates
you
will
think
drop
rates
to?
will go to?
Well, I don't think, well, first off, very bad news here, Karina. Very bad news. CPI came in hot for 3 months in a row, and we can't ignore that. Even Fed Powell's going, yeah, this is a little more stubborn than we thought. But that's okay. We'll hold as long as we need to. So, they used to think they were going to drop in June or July. Not happening. Not happening. Odds are down to like nothing. There might be one in September. And if the Fed stays its course, it'll be September, October, December, those 3 drops.
All right, guys, load up the chat. We need a bunch of questions in here to help everyone. If you're interested in buying a house, screenshot this right now. If you are ready to get started, go to the link in the bio and click on apply for a home loan now. We'll call you as soon as we're done.
Can you have more than one VA loan at a time? Derek, yes. Just simple yes. Is it easy? No. Is it very difficult? Yes. Are there limits on it? Yes. So, for your first time VA use, no loan limit. It doesn't matter what it is. It could be a $10 million house, no loan limit. But if you start getting to 2, county loan limits, entitlements, whether or not you qualify, a lot of things kick in. So can you? The answer is yes. Is it easy? Not easy.
Thank you for your service.
Appreciate you, yeah.
Little Caesar without an S.
A little Caesar.
What can I get? 50K annual income in Kansas.
Ooh, Kansas. You can probably get a mansion in Kansas. If your credit is good and all other things factor, you're probably starting at 225, 230. It depends on where you're at in Kansas. That's a lot of house. That's a lot of house.
Anab Saad, the screen behind you says DSCR is 15%.
You are correct, Anab Saad.
Very
You are
observant.
correct. You are very good, Anab. And we do have a version of DSCR for 15%. And if you have an 820 FICO score and an unbelievable property with probably a 1.25 net income ratio, we can probably get you that 15% DSCR. It does exist. It does. You have to be like perfect gold paper with a perfect gold property to pull it off.
Most of them are 20%. Paper, man. I want gold paper.
Dude,
that sounds awesome.
Dude, I like gold paper.
BB, thank you. It's medical bills. My son has lifelong disabilities. Let me expand on that, BB. Thank you for sharing that. Thank you for sharing
you are
that.
going to like this. You'll love
it.
You'll love it. Grab a cup of coffee because this is going to be a good one. Chris is going to fill you in.
Did you guys know that disability income can be used with buying a house?
What?
So many times. Do that again?
What?
Dude, that's pretty cool. Looks cool on the screen. Many times, this is a situation whether it's children, parents, whomever that you take care of, that they're collecting disability. And if they're going to live with you, you can use that income towards buying the house. So if you have a debt-to-income ratio, this will solve it. So you guys need to know, disability, Social Security, pensions, retirement, annuities, all these, alimony, child support, all these streams of income can be used when buying a home. So if your income doesn't quite seem to be enough based on the numbers we're giving, if you have those other types of income, they can be used. Let's add it. Let's see where you guys stand. So glad you brought that up, BB.
One more thing for you before you go, BB. If you have a medical collection, not a lot of people want to tell you this, but I'm going to tell it to you.
Ooh.
If I have a medical collection discharged, guess what I get to do? Ignore it.
Ignore.
It's going to be like, nope, I don't see it. No, it says medical. Don't see it. Don't, nope,
Like,
nope.
like this. What? Tell me I'm ugly.
You're ugly. Like that. Oh, that's pretty good. Yeah, I'm not going to lie.
Yeah, I didn't say lie to me, though. Why are you lying to me?
Your dad loves you.
Does he?
Yeah, I lied to you.
Jariah, 954. You're terrible. Income,
I know.
$300K annual. What? Hubby and I working on credit, $500 a month by the time I fix my credit. Dang, you get whatever you want. $300K annual.
300K annual, you're at $1.5 million. $1.5 million. You're going to be cut by loan limits because I think the highest FHA goes across the country is 1.184. I think that's
Something
what it is
like
across that for a 1 unit. If you break into a 2 unit or 3 unit, you're going to go up into $1.5 million to $2 million. That your FICO score, your FICO score is a big deal. There's a way to fix it pretty fast. If you have money, so the problem that most people run into is they don't have a lot of money to fix things. But if you're making 300 G's a year, you have the money to fix shit. And my favorite client is someone like going, hey, listen, I got a problem. Well, I don't want to, but I can pay it off. Well, I don't want to, but I can pay the credit repair company and they'll fix everything for me. If you got the money to do that and you can write the check, you can get a lot of things fixed in this system.
Heck yeah. Solely, do you guys have a season period on cash out refinance?
You cover that.
Well, not really a season, but yes. Not really, but yes. Not really because we do cash out refinances all the time. When the market's terrible, when the market's good, when rates are up and rates are down, because people need to access cash. And fortunately, across the nation, lots of people have tons of equity in their home because they bought a house. I mean, you don't even have to buy it at the exact right time. If you just buy a house, wait enough time, that thing will appreciate. You have equity, you hit hard times, you can access those funds.
Do you want me to tell you why you're hearing that solely? Let me tell you why. Because a lot of banks, if you refinance, they go back after the commission from the loan officer. That's called a clawback. And if your bank isn't direct, if it's brokered, that loan officer does not want to pay the commission back. So you know what he tells you? You need to wait 6 months, 7 months, 6 payments, 7 months. There's only one that actually has that time frame. What is it? VA. How many days?
210.
210 days.
So that being said, when the rates do go down, there is a bit of a boom. A lot of people come in to get better mortgage payments, take out money, do a lot of things like that in order to get themselves in a better position. So hope that helps. Jariah, thank you for the love. And what's the ideal credit? What's the ideal credit score should be my goal? What credit company should I look into for it?
Okay, so Jeremiah, they're all going to be about the same theoretically. And ideal, 800 or better. Ideal. Acceptable, 580 for FHA, 620 for Fannie Mae and Freddie Mac.
All right. Los, what are your thoughts on VA loans?
I think they're the best loan in the business. I think it's the best loan in the business. Want to know why? I'll give you the reasons. I'm glad you asked.
I'll count them.
Los, 0 down. 0 down. You don't have to qualify. It's automatically built into the loan. 0 down. 0 down. You don't have monthly mortgage insurance. No mortgage insurance, which means you have higher buying power. What? That's another one too. Higher buying power. So, dude, you went devil horns? You have higher buying power because you have no mortgage insurance. No loan limit. Wait, what? No loan limit. What? Oh, dude, that's a... Yeah, I was going to say something, but I'm not going to do that.
Chewy.
It's a chewy. So, there's no loan limit. You can, if you want to buy a $3 million house and you income qualify for a $3 million house and your VA loan is not encumbered, you can get a $3 million house. No question about it. No FICO score requirement. No what? Like, hey, I got a 510 FICO. I don't give a shit. I don't care. The VA guidelines say we don't really care about FICO score. All we care about is residual. And there's one bad thing, but it can be waived, and that's called a VA funding fee. If you're service connected at 10% or greater, the VA funding fee is waived. So there's a bunch more, but those are the top 5.
All right, love it. Lois, hope that helps you out. If you're interested in getting a loan, call us. Rue Almighty back. I'm supposed to close by the 1st. If I don't close by the 6th, I will call. Hey, yeah, give us a buzz.
If you don't close by the 2nd, I'd be pissed, because if you're supposed to close on the 1st and you're like showing up with your car and they're not saying, nah, we're not closed, you can't move in today.
Where am I going to put my mattress?
I'd be a little pissed. Yeah, coffee pot. Where are you going to plug in the coffee pot? There's no place to plug in the coffee pot in the car.
A lot of cars have outlets now.
Do they?
Yeah. You have an outlet in your car, Rue Almighty?
What? That might be it.
Derek Smith, looking to buy a second home. Can I have a second VA home loan?
If you're looking for a new primary house, maybe. But if you're actually calling it your second home, nope, ain't gonna happen. The VA loan is designed to put a veteran in a house, in your primary residence. It's not designed to help you build your investment portfolio.
All right. Whoville Haterback. I'm going to buy a second home to live in. That's a primary. And rent my first. How much rent percentage can I offset my income?
You go.
100.
100?
100%.
What?
Here's what you're going to do.
Wait. What?
Okay, let's wait.
Okay, now go.
Okay, let's go. So here's what's going to happen is you're going to find a renter to rent your current house that you own, okay? They are going, regardless of what that payment is, okay, you have to at least make enough in rent to cover this mortgage payment. So if your current mortgage payment is $2,000, you rent it for $2,000, that goes to zero. If you rent it for $3,000, it goes to zero. We can't make money on it. We can just zero out your current mortgage payment. So your new primary residence that you're going to buy is going to be like you're buying your first home again, okay? Depending on what loan you have on this current house, you may be able to use an FHA loan and go in with 3.5% down.
Or a VA loan.
As long as it's your primary, or a VA loan.
If you're qualified.
With zero down. So there's a lot of benefit here. So 100% is what you can actually use to offset that payment. You just can't make money.
I just stuck on the Whoville hater. Even Cindy Lou, who can't hate Cindy Lou Who. You cannot. Cindy Lou Who's like the ultimate love you. Anyway.
She's pretty funny looking.
All right, cool.
Evil Queen V is back. Are pre-approvals a hard credit pull?
If you have a good loan officer, yes. If you have a good loan officer, yes. If you have a bullshit loan officer, like you went to, I won't say their name because I might get in trouble, but if you went to a bank that rhymes with smells cargo, if you went to a bank that went there and all they did was a soft credit pull and send you shopping, that we run into that often.
Problems down
and
the
it's
road.
not real. It's not real.
Yep.
Ask the realtors, though they hate smells cargo loan approvals.
It's like this. It's like, hey, I want an oil change, but I don't want you to open the hood.
Yeah. What?
Like, it's not getting done right.
Yeah, what?
Heels Fan 7, 90K, 96K a year income, zero debt. Great job. 130K down. Great job. 640 credit score.
You 130K down. Well, your loan amount's going to be probably 420. With 120, you're probably buying a 540 house, 500, 520, 530, 540. But we base on loan amount. The down payment helps a lot. It will mitigate the lower credit score because you have so much skin in the game. So you're ready to go.
Sergio checking in with Vegas. What's up, guys?
Vegas. Where are you in Vegas? Are you at a hotel or do you live there? Are you at the Bellagio? I still love the Bellagio, even it's old now. I love the. What's the best one now?
My spot is the Aria.
You like the Aria?
Yeah, smells good.
And Wynn, you can never go wrong with Wynn.
Krista Arco, do you do construction loans?
We don't do construction loans, but we do the one-time construct loan that is a VA or FHA. It's a very difficult loan, very difficult, but we can do it. But we don't do construction loans.
Okay, I'm looking
Dude,
for
where
Rowdy.
are we?
I'm looking for Rowdy Rich, man. He was just right here. Rowdy Rich.
We got a lot of
How
questions
much do you need to get a $700,000 house?
You start at $160, probably about $160, $170, somewhere in that range, and you are in the sphere for a $700,000 home.
I need each one of you to hit that screen 1,000 times because we need 10,000 likes.
1,000?
10,000 likes. That's what we need.
1,000? We
One
need
of you
1,000?
gives us 10,000. Awesome.
Yeah.
But
All right,
if
cool.
each of you give us 1,000, we'll get there. Nick Rooney, $85,000 per year, 770 credit score, New York. Only debt is a $600 car payment. Great job.
Probably $350, depending on your tax base. Different parts of New York, different tax base, and insurance is kind of a problem. But I'll tell you what, I'm trying to do a loan for a client right now in New York at $1.1 million. There's not a lot of properties for $1.1 million in New York. It depends if you're in the city. I'm trying to do in the city.
Well, he has a car, so that tells me he's probably not in the city.
Oh, that's a good point. Yeah, the people in the city don't usually have cars.
Yeah. Jariah said, check my question above. That's way up there, Jariah. Ask it again. We'll get to it.
Yeah.
Just Foxy Girl. Wait, what does your credit have to be?
I dig that. Just foxy girl. Who are you? I'm just a foxy girl. That's it.
I like it.
Hey, if you're going FHA, you need a 580. If you're going Fannie Mae or Freddie Mac, 620. If you happen to be a veteran, I don't care about your FICO score. There is no underwriting requirement in the VA guidelines. for a FICO? Hope that answers your question.
LMAO from Florida. Love Florida. 90K a year. 7 credit score, no debt. You guys are doing well in Florida.
I guess.
I like that state.
I guess.
I like your governor.
I guess you're probably 400. You're probably cracking 400. Yeah, good for
Easy.
you. Yeah,
Easy.
yeah.
Tiffany Lewis, why is my FICO and credit score different? My credit score is higher.
I have no idea what you're talking about, Tiffany.
She's looking on the apps.
Oh, you're looking on the apps.
At Credit Karma, the
Tell her.
credit card app. She's
Tell
looking
her.
at all these
Tell her,
different
tell her,
things,
tell her.
and they're all giving her different data.
Credit's kind of a scam. It's kind of a scam.
Everything's a scam.
It's
man.
a scam. Here's why.
Everything's a
Here's
scam.
why. Because there's two big credit reporting agencies, FICO and Vantage. But inside of those two, FICO alone has all these different algorithms, and they sell it to the credit card companies. FICO 3 to the credit card companies. And they sell FICO, we do 5, right? FICO 5 for the lenders. FICO 8 for these people. FICO F for this, for automobile. It only, if you're trying to buy a house, you need to be pulled your credit by a licensed loan officer. That's your real credit. Doesn't matter what your app says. I say many times I pull somebody's credit. I'm like, hey, you got a 619 FICO. They're like, no, I don't. I got a 640 FICO. I'm like, that's cute. You have a 619 FICO. Well, my app says, I don't give a shit what your app says. You paid for your app is selling you advertising. It does not matter. I am the licensed authority authorized to pull your credit. I am telling you, you have a 619 FICO. The sooner you understand that, the sooner we can get you a house.
Okay, guys, we are here every day, Monday through Friday, from 11:30 a.m. to 12:30 p.m. Pacific time. So if you guys want to continue to join this, Monday through Friday, we're here every single day. We're going to keep going with the questions.
What's the specific time?
11:30 a.m. to 12:30 p.m. Pacific.
Oh, you specific?
No, Pacific.
You were being specific about the time on the Pacific.
Pacific.
Okay, got it.
That being said, you know what time it is?
We're gonna keep that. No, we gotta go to rapid fire.
We have to.
Okay, let's go rapid fire.
I told everybody we get to all the
right,
questions.
let's go to rapid fire.
I promised them.
Okay, rapid fire. Here we go.
Colton James, my home rate is 2.75. I never plan on selling it, especially not in today's market.
Colton, very smart move. Very smart move. I think that's a good thing to do.
Perez, 1581. Where do I check to get cash with a VA loan? Do you answer my question above?
We did answer your question above. The only way you can get cash, you can do a HELOC. But if you have that FICO score that we were talking about, you're not going to qualify for HELOC. You're not going to qualify for a second. The only thing you may qualify for with a 570 is a cash out refi, and you call us to do that, and we will help you.
Tiona Aguilar, how long does the underwriting process for an FHA loan? This has been the only stressful long part.
Tiana, it's usually just 24 to 48 hours.
Should be the shortest part.
The underwriting's quick. It's really quick. The processing to get it set up to go to the underwriter is usually what takes a long time. You're probably caught in processing, meaning that they have to do verification of employment. They waiting for 4506Ts or something of the sort, but they probably haven't sent it to the underwriter because underwriting is usually fast.
Julio Speed, like that name. My mom is an alien from Latin America.
Congratulations.
Jariah 954. If I have a 2-year job history and get another job less than 2 years, will it count for income?
Yes.
Let me ask it again.
Yes.
If I have a 2-year job history and get another job less than 2 years,
replacing that old job, yes.
Okay.
If you replace that old job, yes. If you put another job in addition to and you now have 2 jobs, no.
But what about 3 jobs?
No.
Yeah. Just Foxy Girl again. First time buyer, 580 credit score, no debt, 3K savings.
All right.
No income.
Yeah, I don't have an income there. I'd like to help you, but I can't.
And con, when will rates go down?
I don't know, but the best guess is September. That's only if CPI and PCE isn't coming in like devastating. We'll know probably the end of the week a little bit more, but it's not going to be when we thought it was. We thought it was going to be June and July. Not going to happen. I've always been saying September. He actually has been saying October. So we think that the Fed will know soon. They haven't backed off their I'm dropping it 3 times, and they can still drop it 3 times easily. So we're thinking,
TX made, Mr. Garcia, thank you for the love. Mr. Garcia, Epstein did not kill himself.
I agree with you, Mr. Epstein. Mr. Garcia, Mr. Epstein. I believe you, Mr. Garcia. I believe he was assisted in his suicide without his consent. Oh, you can't say those words. Shit.
Yeah, you're right.
Don't do that. Sorry, I can't do that.
We didn't even say it.
Yeah, I didn't say it. No,
XHJCIOFB, income 55K with 16K in car debt. How much can I afford with a loan with 10K down?
10K down is probably going to bring you about 240, 245, somewhere in that range, depending on your property tax base. and your homeowner's insurance.
Roxy, I have a medical collection that shows new monthly because the charge interest. Will it affect me?
What do you think?
No.
Nope.
Just Foxy Girl, first time home buyer, no debt, 3K savings, 580 credit score, 92 annual income.
So your 580 FICO is really going to hurt you, really going to hurt you. But if it wasn't for the 580, I'd say you'd be at 350. But that's really going to hurt you a lot, not a little bit, a lot.
Jariah, where can I fix my credit?
We got an app. We got a link to an app at our profile. You can call us. We'll actually send you to somebody. You can go on the internet. You can go on TikTok. There's a lot of people fixing credit on TikTok. There's a lot of ways to do it, but find one. Only go with one. Trust them, and then go through the full process.
Do it right. Evil Queen V, if I reach out, can you give me an estimate of what I can afford without doing a hard pull on my credit?
No.
I think we already did. Here. Tanya Reese, got laid off last week. How does that affect us buying? No debt, good savings, hubby 720, me 670.
So, got laid off. May not affect you at all, or it might destroy your home buying process. The reason is if you got laid off and you're an engineer, you can get another job and we won't care. You had 2 weeks gap of employment, you got laid off, you got a new job, you're good to go. But if you got laid off and you're unemployable, that's it. You don't have income, no loan.
Help us out, guys. We need to get 10,000 likes.
What?
Robert and Isles, thank you for the love.
Appreciate
Des, thank you
you
for the love. Bless, Jacob, User, Mr. Garcia, Soul, thank you for the love. Matthew Delgado, cons on cash out refinance.
Cons on cash out refinance. The interest rates are very high, very high. Your LTV is not going to be that great. It's going to be expensive money. But if you need it, you need it.
Yep. 55 income with 20K car debt. Oh, we already did that one.
Yeah, we did that one.
User 5431. Why does VA Earl rates go as high as other rates?
The market is the market. So whatever the rates are, the Earl might come in right at or maybe a little below, but it's dictated by the market. Why does a big ship go up when the tide goes up the same as the small ship? Well, there's a little bit of difference because of buoyancy and displacement, but the rising tide brings up all ship, lowering tide brings down all ships. Same thing for Earl.
Just Foxy Girl again. Can anyone get a VA loan?
Anybody who has served our country honorably, got an honorable discharge, has a DD-214, I can get you a VA loan.
Robert and Isles, should I fix my credit before getting into a house?
I think you should check with us. We'll pull your credit, and then we'll find out what the right path is.
Christian, I need extra income. Is Chris and Lee hiring commission-only jobs?
Yes, we do. We are always hiring commission-only jobs. If you're really good and you can get clients, talk to us.
55, I already answered that one. Tiffany Lewis, is it hard to pull if you pull my FICO?
Is it a hard pull if you pull my FICO? Yes, it is, Tiffany Lewis. It's going to be a hard pull. By the way, for those of you who want to do it without pulling a FICO, don't waste our time. Not going to do it.
Jessica Lopez, do you work with people in New York State?
I do. I'm working with one right now. New York is a very different way of doing loans, but we can help you.
Do you actually be at a certain company for 2 years?
Do you actually be? Do you
Need
actually
to be.
Do you actually need to be at a certain... No, you don't need to be at a certain company for 2 years. You need 2 years in the industry. My favorite story is of a nurse. The nurse got out of nursing school, came out as an RN, got a job, $150,000 a year, 1 month on the job, got her a house. Why? Because she's had 2 years in the industry. She actually got a degree in nursing. And because she got a degree in nursing, she's only got 1 month on the job, but 2 years in the industry, we're good to go.
Morgan Lay, we just got a $10,000 grant we were banking on. What other options do we have?
We just lost.
Yeah.
We just lost. Well, depends on where you are buying at and what type of house. I had one, where was that one that we just did? The one that was in the big complex?
San Bernardino.
No. It was, I think it was Pennsylvania or something like that. $100,000.
Oh, yeah, it's Pennsylvania.
It was Pennsylvania. We did one in Pennsylvania where there was this local grant, but the local grant wasn't actually a grant. It was a down payment assistance program, and the down payment assistance program had to be applied for and accepted by the bank. Very strange situation. We gave it hell, tried to get it to go. It wouldn't go. The borrower, fortunately, it wasn't a deal killer. Borrower was very well off, was able to do it, good to go. Funded the loan, very proud of it. We're good to go. But if you lost your grant, does it destroy your loan, or can you move forward, and is the deal good enough for you to move forward anyway?
I have a 5% grant for you. Call us, Morgan. TikTok user, can I switch my VA loan over to a conventional loan and buy a quadplex?
Yes, kind of. It's weird. You can't switch it. You refinance it. You pay it off, and you get a new loan that's a conventional loan. And then if you mean by buy a quadplex with the VA, yes, you can. As long as you're living in that primary unit, you can rent the other three, use it for income. It can happen. I don't know if I've got enough data, but I think I answered your question.
Chad J, how do you get a loan for a barndo?
Barndominium. Those are very weird, and the mortgage industry is starting to deal with them. Conventional has a version that will do it. We're most of the time I'm going alt QMs with barndominiums right now, so it hasn't been cleaned up in the lending biz. It's not so simple like an FHA loan.
Lots of hearts flying in. Thank you guys very much for that. We need 10,000. The illest illy. I like that.
Dude, the illest
Vegas
illy?
here.
What's up, Vegas? We love it. Where you at?
Heels fan, give us a thumbs up.
Dude, Heels fan.
Tanya Reese got laid off last week. How does that affect us buying? No debt, good savings, hubby. Oh, we already answered that one.
Yeah, we answered that one.
Bergarcia 7. What about raw land construction loan?
Well, there's an FHA one-time construct. It's very difficult. Talk to me. Do we do Wisconsin? Yes, we do. Zero debt, 50K, 811 credit score. I don't know what you're asking, but if you're asking how much house you can buy, you're probably at about 230, 225, 230, somewhere in that range. But there might be some things that take you higher.
Yeah, Chad J, how do you get a loan for a barndominium?
You call us, you apply.
Oh, I lost it.
Dude, we're at the end. We're rapid fire, man. How do you get a loan from it?
Cat Merrill, do you have to be in a certain company for over 2 years to qualify, or can it just be the position?
You have to have a 2-year work history. You don't have to be at that same spot.
Cat, thank you for the love. TikTok user again, 804 credit score, 12K a month. Take home, VA loan available?
Yeah, if you're a veteran and you have the VA loan, yeah, you're badass, man. 120, that's 120, 140, 140. You're probably looking at a 580 to 620 home.
Rick?
Yeah, somewhere in that range.
Nikki Howie, even though interest rates are high, is it worth it to refinance the VA loan to get rid of PMI?
If you have a VA loan, you're not refinancing because there is no PMI on a VA loan. So you're not refinancing a VA loan.
She probably already has like a conventional or FHA with PMI and wants to refinance to VA.
Oh, maybe. I'd have to run numbers on it because the interest rates are high. They're high. It's not pretty.
Tanya Reese got laid off last week. We already answered that one. It's me. Side hustle.
Side hustle. We'll talk about that.
User 5413. I have a new American funding now. Loan officer said can't go VA Earl. What gives?
Call us. Yeah.
Yeah. Perez, I have VA disability.
All right.
What is that?
All right. Rating, I guess.
Oh, rating, okay.
Yeah, VA disability rating will change everything. That's good stuff for you. Roxy says, thanks. If I replace another job that I worked in less than 2 years, same industry, can I get you approved? Yes, you can, real fast.
Thank you, Jiraiya.
No.
Want to use equity to pay down. Current officer at New American initially said yes, but no.
All right, you got to talk to us. If you got, your Lelo has to know what they're talking about, and usually we have managers who know what they're talking about, but you can talk to us. The reason we are brave enough to put it out here is because we really understand the guidelines. Most loan officers they won't take this rapid fire because they don't know. You have to do a lot of loans to know this stuff.
So, and not all loan officers are the same, guys.
Yeah.
So just because someone works for the same company.
Yep, you knew it was coming, huh?
Yeah.
TikTok wants to make sure that we are real. They make us.
Just because you work for the same company doesn't mean that you get the same answers. It depends on the level of experience of the loan officers. And like Lee said, that's why we're doing this. Tanya Reese, I left. They let me go 2 weeks before pregnancy leave, so no additional income. Just my hubbies for now was 171K, but now 60K until job.
Tanya Reese, go get a lawyer, man. Go get a lawyer. That sounds like you will be able to buy a house cash.
Can you help with DSCR?
Yeah, yes we can. We do DSCR loans all the time. They're not pretty loans, but they're doable.
All right, you ready to hit it?
All right, cool, man. We appreciate you guys. We've been Chris and Lee. We are out.